Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Continue.
So as I've mentioned, obviously that work-life balance for a lot of people is lacking. Either it's not in their control or they're not sure how to balance that out. So something we thought we could help with is that life side of this balance. So there are tons of things that people may not get around to, especially their health, fitness, or wellness, and that will eventually affect them in the long term. So our app kind of combines these three realms and also event planning for the future.
Okay.
So what makes us different compared to other apps that already exist is that for a lot of wellness apps like weight management or event planning, there are a lot of fees that this may not make it accessible to everyone, or it's a very short free trial. So that's what makes us different.
Understood.
Additionally, a lot of people, especially if you're on the older side, um, the navigation is really difficult. So that lack of tech literacy, or if the layout is all over the place, it can be a very confusing interface for those people. So our app, it's very simple and straightforward in terms of navigation, and everything is easy to find. Third, every last detail the user can customize. So whether it be maybe they don't have a blender in their kitchen, or their budget as well, that's also something that our app allows for. Not a lot of existing apps take into account all these existential
Yeah,
circumstances,
I understand that the miniature details help a lot.
and
Anyways,
especially
continue.
for college students, actually, if they're taking this chance to maybe take care of themselves, and
Hmm.
budgeting is an issue already because of student debt and all that, this is helpful. And then
Understood.
also a lot of apps, if you're maybe on the free version, there's tons of ads and distractions. So that's something that makes us different as well. We don't have any of that extra nuisance, and it's a very straightforward and stress-free sort of thing.
Understood.
So about us, again, we're focusing on health, general wellness, and fitness, but then we also incorporate event management, budgeting for the future, and meal planning specifically easier. Some of our functions we break down specifically with breakfast, brunch, or lunch or dinner, but that's something I will look into later also.
Okay.
So the general experience, how that will work for the user, there are three different options or three different machines we basically have that are all connected. First is the individual trainer. So just for you as a person, you can choose you want to work on fitness, health, or weight management. The second thing is the 360-degree prep. So this takes into account all of the factors of your event. So is it a birthday party? How many kids are you trying to feed? Or if you're trying to accommodate for any allergies as well, that's also something you can include. And then the
Understood.
third thing is like a more selective meal planner. So you can choose whether you want to plan it out for the entire day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or just pick one. So that makes it easier to read, easier to comprehend, and it's very specific just for you. So after that, the user is given a bunch of simple questions. It's not that many, and it's very simple to answer, such as their age for that healthy suggestion, because a 16-year-old should not do the same diet as a 30-year-old, right?
Yep.
Because obviously it's detrimental to their health. Dietary restrictions, so do they have allergies, or are they just sensitive to like gluten, for example? And then the date of which they want to achieve this goal. So if I want to maybe lose 10 pounds by Christmas, I can say that if I want.
Understood.
And then after that, the user can generate their plan. The loading time is very quick. So this allows them to put their plan into action very quickly, and it breaks it down very simply day by day what to do without any
Okay.
confusion. So how our team got to our final product. To start, we began by brainstorming all of the ideas. So we first started very broad. What issues is our society facing? So some of the things we talked about at the very start, we all brainstormed issues in our societies, and then we basically narrowed it down eventually. So
Yep.
that's some things we agreed on. was the issue of mental health and suicide rate for students, high school and
Okay.
college students, and then how this actually maybe affects the increasing rate of dropouts. That was one of our ideas at the start.
Okay.
And then also with recent events, especially in my school and my district, the issue of violence and security within
Mhm.
the school and between the schools in the district, like at sport meets and track meets. And then, of course, we came up with that grocery app idea where users can input any situation they want, any occasion, and they get the plan and like where to buy and everything.
Okay.
And then I believe Rithik also contributed an idea saying, like helping the elderly navigate modern technology easier, which is also one of the things that we wanted to make sure that our app was easy to navigate, contrasting colors, and everything was easy to read.
Yep.
Um,
Understood.
okay, so after that, we narrowed it down to the like the mental health academic idea, and then also the grocery idea, and then
Mm-hmm.
we developed a detailed like program flow, how
Okay.
each component is going to be connected. Um,
Um, just a quick,
yeah,
may I point something out? I want to know more about how what you learned and what you implemented. So it's fine if you don't go delve deeper into the workflow or into something. Okay.
okay, yeah,
Uh, all right. I'm if you can continue if you want to, but the thing is, I'm more inclined towards what you learned and how it is implemented. So you can go through the workflow while we are going into the demonstration of the project. Is that okay with you?
yeah, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so after that, we began with the fundamental backend development. So the
Hmm.
things we, of course, relied on Python majorly. We first used Google Colab to document everything, get a like baseline of what we want, and then we experimented with LLMs to get the proper output and making sure everything was neat. And that took some time, like the prompt engineering, that was something we had to work on. Um, to maintain security, we use secrets for our APIs.
Okay.
Um, and then after that, we transitioned to Visual Studio for our Streamlit code to like convert our Python to Streamlit and then preview this database. And
Okay.
then after modifying with the UI using HTML and all that, we deployed the code. We pushed it to our GitHub, and then after that, we pushed it to Streamlit.
Okay. Understood.
So,
Nice presentation, by the way.
oh,
The-
thank you.
Continue.
Okay. So of course, for our tech stack, at the start, we used Google Collaboratory and Google Cloud for our API key and like the base code. Then after that, we transitioned to PyCharm and we use this to help create the theme and the colors of our interface.
Hmm.
And then of course, Visual Studio. And then libraries we use for Streamlit, Generative AI, RE, and Time, especially for the quick loading times.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, after that, we pushed everything to GitHub. This took a lot of debugging in itself before we could actually deploy it to Streamlit.
And
So even
that
though,
is a hectic that is a hectic process. Yes.
yeah, most of the time we spent just debugging over and over. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, we eventually got it.
Okay.
So in our initial phase, we tried using sample data just to test how this would work. Before
Mm-hmm.
we detected user input, we tried using a sample data like this. This is
Mm-hmm.
actually our sample data. So,
Okay.
with this, we were able to customize with different age groups and we got age appropriate suggestions.
Okay.
So for that first machine, we first, of course, asked their name, their dietary lifestyle, what they
Mm-hmm.
actually want to achieve with this platform, and any specifications like I want to target my thighs or I want to target my arms. Um, then their projected goal date, and then how much they're willing to invest per month.
Okay.
So not only does this account for like their gym membership, but also their like how much they're willing to spend for meals.
Understood. That's thoughtful. Yes. That's
Yeah.
thoughtful.
Um,
We'll go through the presentation. Actually, we are on a tight time schedule,
oh,
and will I need to focus more on the implementation, the project. So we'll go through this quickly, and then we'll get onto that. Right?
okay.
Okay, fine.
Of course, for the second one, again, their purpose of meal planning. So, what's the event? How long
Mhm.
it's going to be? Um, any allergies or restrictions, dietary preferences, if they want to focus on like lower sugar, and then of
Mhm.
course their budgeting.
Okay.
And then for the last thing, very similar, only the difference with this one, you can choose which meal specifically you want to work on, and it goes even more detailed.
Okay.
The
Just a minute.
calendar.
I'll go through it quickly. Okay. Understood. That's nice.
Um, so for this, how this is helpful, it works for any age because we customize based on the age they input, so they get a safe plan with calorie count and everything, and activity level. Um, as this is free and limited distractions, this is great for any busy student or parent. And then also this works for any sort of event like birthday parties, potlucks, or anything. And these are as full freedom.
Okay.
Some things we wanted to integrate further, but we couldn't because of limited time and constraints.
Mm-hmm.
We add like attribution of all three of us in there, and hopefully convert into a mobile app to make it even more accessible for everyone.
Sure. Yes. I hope you continue with that. That would be interesting.
Yeah. That's our goal. Like we hope to collaborate more after this
Mm-hmm.
and do more with it.
How was it working with your teammates, by the way?
It was good actually. I didn't expect it to run so smoothly because we're all from different places and we don't even know each other. But with this
Mm-hmm.
one common interest, I think that really helped.
Okay. Let's continue.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. A really nice presentation. The way you presented it was really nice. Okay. We'll get on to the project side. We'll get
Okay,
on to the project. Yes.
yes.
Meanwhile, yeah, I talked with a mentor. I had a conversation with him, and he was really impressed. He told me that you were very organized, and every day you had some improvements that you had on the project, on what you were learning. So yeah, that was nice to hear about you from him.
Oh, thank you. We really enjoyed working with him as well. He was very helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to know how your experience was with the mentor.
Oh, like with this group specific mentor.
Yes, group specific mentor.
Yeah. We really enjoyed him. Like every day that, like even though it was only 30 minutes, it felt
Hmm.
long because we went so much into depth. And he not only like showed us how to do it, but like why it worked or what's the
Okay,
actual logic behind it. So it was really nice.
glad to know that.
Yes.
Continue.
Okay. This is okay. Can you see?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this is kind of our homepage. So users can pick between either of these three. Oh, this is on the first one. So if I were to like my name in, the progress bar updates for each
Oh,
question.
that's a nice feature.
Um, I'm vegetarian. I am. Uh,
Okay.
um, so I could choose between either of these three, and then I can specify even more. Let's say health, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can go as specific as I want. So I can say increase iron levels. This is also
Mm-hmm.
true. Um, any specific area and body rating further specifications. Um, I might say none right now, but if I picked like the weight option, what would make sense is maybe I could say I want to target my inner thighs or
Understood.
my upper body. And then what's my goal date? With the calendar, you can pick maybe,
Let's go with a month. Yes.
or what's also nice, like you can put the date of your next doctor checkup if you want, or your birthday.
Oh, okay. Understood.
So that's something I would do. So like by my next doctor checkup, when they check again, it'll be improved.
As the mentor said, really organized. Yes.
How much am I willing to invest per month? 50, say. And then what's my age? Maybe 16.
Okay.
And then it tells you what category you're in, like child,
Mhm.
teenager, adult, or you know. And
I
then
am like the output short output that it gives.
yeah.
For example, a while ago also it suggested it gave a prompt like it gave something that okay, you're done with this, okay, nice. So the sort of the comments that that it's giving, it's a nice feature as well. Okay,
Mhm.
anyways, let's continue.
Oh, okay.
Ha.
Loaded. So very short loading time, of course. It gives you your detailed customized plan. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so because I'm vegetarian, it
Mm-hmm.
tells me because protein is very difficult for vegetarian people, or you
Yes.
need to eat a lot of it. So
Mm-hmm.
lentils, beans, chickpeas, or eggs, it gives you very specific like food items,
Mm-hmm.
and then it also gives you a suggested calorie count. If I wanted to, actually, I could add my current physical activity in the additional specifications. So let's say I'm a dancer and I do maybe 2 hours a week, for
Mm-hmm.
example, it will estimate that calories as well and maybe add to the calorie count.
Understood. Yes.
So if you're an active teenager, this will be higher. Or if you're
Mm-hmm.
a very sedentary lifestyle, then this number would be lower.
Understood.
And then, of course, weekly, it will give you breakfast, lunch, dinner. This is very like a brief overview, but if
Mm-hmm.
you took the third machine, it would go even more detailed into each meal.
Okay. Understood.
And then examples of activity you could do. And this is very beginner suggested.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Um, so yeah, of course, our disclaimer, this is not equivalent to a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
of course, please like check with your actual healthcare professional before doing something like this.
yep, understood. But it's a nice overview overall, like, so yeah, that is something.
And then
And
we, sorry. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
no, continue. I was talking that the UI looks nice and clean.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We wanted
What was
very simple colors.
what was your main part while working in the team? What did you work on the most?
So the three of us, we split each of these machines. So
Okay,
I mainly took the first one, and then
okay,
I believe Rupin took this one, and then Ritik took the in-depth like meal planner.
okay, understood.
But at the end, we all worked together. We debugged all of each
Yep, yep,
other's
yep.
code. Um, Eventually, we combined everything into one GitHub account, but
Mm-hmm.
we granted edit access to others, so we could all
Yep,
look.
understood.
Okay, this is the second one. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
personal planning could be birthday party, for example. What's the duration of the plan?
Uh, Shita,
Yes.
just okay.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
get the I get the essence of